Hello, all you snowboarders of the internet. We're your hosts, Kevin Hubb and Averin Lefebvre, and this is the Angrysnowboarder podcast, which I think this is episode 6, if we don't count the 2020 preview.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
That. Right around there.
Yeah. Kevin, what have you been up to?
Trying to ride POW as much as I could. We've gotten absolutely freaking hammered this month with snow, so riding deep snow whenever I get a chance to.
Yeah, Snowpocalypse 2020 for sure.
Yeah.
Like fucking...
Arctic cyclone.
8 feet of snow in 7 days or something like
something
that.
stupid
like that. Yeah. So there's that. I went to Utah, and I didn't get a Mormon bride.
Hey.
But I did go to Hector's and eat a taco.
That's good.
Yeah, so I did that. I rode Powder Mountain for the first time.
That mountain's fun.
Very fun.
Yeah.
I went catboarding with Alan Russell. Super fan.
Dope.
Let's see. If you're a member of Angrysnowboarder VIP, awesome. If you're not, you should, because there's 32 board reviews that are up on there for 2020 right now. They're the written ones. They're early. We'll go into this later, but Transworld is dead, so there's no Goodwood. So we're trying to fill that void.
Yeah, that was pretty big news the last little bit, and they trying to hold on to their media on the digital platform and just basically call it quits. So
they pulled the plug. They fired everyone the Friday of SIA, or they fired like 80% of their staff.
Right.
Then they canned print, but they said they were keeping digital, and then about 4 days later they canned digital.
Right.
So we'll talk more about that down the road here in this podcast. So that's what's going on. But right now, I've ridden half the line from Battalion and Lobster, all the niche boards, almost all the Telos boards. I've got 4 Marhars on the way. I've got all the new Yes and Jones and Now stuff that we need to ride in my car. Nidecker Flo's getting stuff to us tomorrow. Solomon's coming in soon. Ride K2 as well. End of this month, I will be getting the Mervin stuff. So GNU, LibTech, Bent Metal. Trying to figure out who to talk to at Burton. Smokin' hasn't gotten back to me. Venture, I'm not sure what's going on. I think they're just off in the backcountry because they got so much snow down there. But they're supposed to get some stuff to us. Emailed Weston. They were super stoked to get number 1 on the top 5. I don't know if you saw that.
I did. Yep, saw a couple of them reposted over there.
Yeah, so they were really happy about Kevin's top 5 free ride boards. The Big Chief won that. So that's kind of what we've been working on behind the scenes. I've got a big announcement coming out. I'll have a video for that. Also, if you're listening to this, AngrySnowboarderStore.com is sponsoring this podcast. And we've got new merchandise that's going up on Wednesday the 20th, and it will run through Saturday the 23rd. A lot of hoodies, crew necks, hats, some tees, some old stuff, new sticker pack option. Just a few other things that we got going on. The first 5 people that order something get a special prize, and anyone that orders more than 100, or the first 10 people that order over $100 are going to get something special as well put in there. We are shipping globally on that. Let's see what else is going on that I can think of. I got threatened to be beat up by a sketchy meth head that owns a company, but we're gonna save those emails to read it for the Bad Product podcast, because we're gonna do another one of those, because there's a lot of stuff coming out that you guys have been sending us, like board bottle buddy, magnetic bindings, snowshoe bindings, which we might talk about snowshoe bindings a little bit in this podcast, but Bad Idea podcast, that'll probably be next month for April. We'll do something like that. Mm-hmm. Working on getting another co-host for just an interim podcast in between when Kevin and I do this, so might see another podcast before the end of this month or early the start of next month. And that's kind of like everything that I can think of that we need to talk about. I've been shredding a lot of POW. So much POW. Like absurd amounts of POW.
I mean, the area's gotten stupid amounts of snow, and it's product testing season for us.
Oh my God, there's so much snow. But if you're thinking of coming to Colorado, don't. Go to California. They have more snow. Mm-hmm. More snow and less lift lines. We just have really long lift lines.
It was warm today, so all our snow's ruined anyway, so go somewhere else.
No. The snow's been heavy and wet this year, too.
Yeah, it has been.
Which is really weird. Mm-hmm. Almost might need to go to a 15K jacket. Don't know what to do with myself. 8 to 10K is not cutting it this year in Colorado. Let's see what else. I wrote a set of switchback bindings. I finally figured out why they're called switchback, because after you ride them, you want to switch back to your regular bindings. They were some of the worst fucking bindings I've ever put on. They were the Heldor Pros.
Which makes it even funnier that it's a pro model.
They were atrocious.
Which says a lot, because you've ridden Bon Iver.
Yeah. I also wrote those launch bindings too.
Oh, yeah,
the face huggers.
Yeah.
Let's see. I forgot about this too. I got one of the funniest fucking comments ever on the website from the guy was clearly Russian. His English was just horribly broken, but he went under the name Geronimo.
Interesting.
Which, yeah, always an interesting choice of things to go with. But basically, the long and short of it was he threatened to cut off my balls because.
Sweet.
Yeah. So I'm not really opposed to getting a vasectomy.
Is he gonna taxidermy them and wear them as a necklace? That's what I'm hoping.
He is Russian. I mean, I thought he was going to eat him and try to gain my knowledge. But yeah, it's God. Where is that comment? Because it's fucking funny. Because it was on the Skate Banana too. It was just super.
Huge Skate Banana fan.
Oh my! Or maybe it might have been the Never Summer West, but it was a board that was a turd. And God, where the fuck is it? Because it was such a comedic response. Also, I did get we did on the Outdoor Master podcast segment, we got a comment on that from them saying that they're making affordable, cheaply priced gear for weekend warriors, and I was like, no, you're just making crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking atrocious to see that. Let's see. Where the fuck is this? I know it's on here. I don't know. Got a couple people defending rotational bindings. I hope you blow your knees out and die. That's it.
There is a reason that has never caught on. We're on like the 30th edition of this ridiculous idea. It's never going to work because it doesn't work. It's never going to happen. Stop it.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah. God, I can't. Did I save it in my photos? I can't remember where I saved this, but it was. I want to read it because it was one of the funniest freaking comebacks or one of the comments I've ever seen. I don't think I saved it. Whatever. I just thought it was funny because he's like, "You mock my Skate Banana, I cut off your balls," and I was just like, "Wow, that really went aggressive right there." But that was pretty funny. And then also got a really cool comment from one of our guys who's Welsh, so he's over there in the United Kingdom, Ian, and he just left a comment that was like, 3 years ago I went on a trip that I went snowboarding, and the instructor blew me off and he wouldn't help me, and I've always wanted to learn how to snowboard, and like this is my big thing. So I blew it off, and then he goes, randomly, I found your video on the DC Media Blitz, and it made me laugh, and so I watched more of your videos, and then I discovered Snowboard Pro Camp, and then Casey Willax and stuff, and I just wanted to let you know that I went snowboarding, and I love it, and now I just want to snowboard more, and I'm meeting up with other people from your community, and that was really cool to see. And he actually sent me a big email, and I haven't responded to him, mainly because I wanted to talk about it in this podcast, but because someone actually sent me an email. It's like, you need to stop reading all these negative comments. And I was like, no, I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's my podcast.
Yeah.
But, just show that there is a counterbalance to the negative, this positive. And he sent me this huge email, and he's like, I went to Whistler, and I'm going to be meeting up with these people next year, and we're going to go snowboarding. And he's like, I'm linking my turns, and I'm figuring things out. And he's like, I just want you to know, like, you do more for snowboarding for me than this one guy that was supposed to teach me did that I gave money to, and you're doing it over here for free, and that's why I support you. But the fact that you're building a community, and that's one of the things, like, right now that snowboarding is, it's this weird identity crisis, because all these people are like, oh, we've lost our culture, and our culture is dead. And I was like, our culture is not dead, it's changed. Just because a magazine died doesn't mean we lost our culture. Just
Right.
because Instagram has replaced the video part
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean we've lost our culture. It's you haven't adapted to the new part of our culture. There's a whole slew of you snowboarders of the internet out there. And I believe me, I see the analytics on our videos. Like, it fucking blows my mind that we get 250, 300,000 views a month, and we're getting like 1 million minutes of watch time and all this shit a month, and the comments and everything, to see it grow and to see what's out there. But it's like, these are you guys. You're part of our culture and our community, and how starved you actually were because these guys were supposedly the gatekeepers, and they're not.
They weren't doing anything. They weren't actually producing any real content.
They weren't being good snowboarders.
Yeah.
They, in my opinion, they're not sharing the culture. They're not teaching you how to become a better snowboarder as a person versus, like, they were just, they're hawking product at you to stay a job and stay relevant. But I think that ties in more to the whole trans world going out of business. And
yeah, we can get into all that.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. I think we're going to start off now with 3 user-submitted questions, and this is stuff that was submitted through Angrysnowboarder VIP or email or left on Facebook or Instagram. And we're going to dive into these questions. This is going to be a little more technical based, I think, and kind of go back to the old school feel of when we first did our first podcast.
Yeah, it was the Tech Cast.
The Tech Cast. And we're just going to dive into this, kind of talk some more about the products and things like that. And then we'll dive into the more cultural aspects and some of the comedic things that have been happening in the last month. I know we kind of inundated you with 2020 product in the last podcast. I mean, that was like a 3-hour podcast.
It was a long one. And that was honestly kind of cut short. Like, we easily could have gone way more into depth and everything. So it was 3 hours, and that was short.
3 hours and it was short, and we were falling asleep.
And, it was...
Because I think we finished that at like 1:30 in the morning.
Like that,
Yeah, so we're going to dive into these questions. But before we do that, I'm going to plug our sponsors. First up, Rosnell Snowboards. Snowboard company that's really good at selling skis.
Yep.
Very proud of them for selling skis. They're
Absolutely.
the best. They're the best selling snowboard company at selling skis.
Yep.
So thank you guys for allowing us to just do whatever we want. That's the other thing that I love is like all these core companies won't sponsor us. Rosnell's like, here's money, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, they do not care.
They literally do not care what we do, which is the most hilarious thing. They're like, just figure out where to plug us. And I was like, okay, that's easy enough. So we're going to do so they're one of our sponsors. Our second sponsor is Angrysnowboarder VIP. If you're not a member, you should be.
You should be.
You could join our sticker club and get stickers in the mail every month.
Every month.
Every month. And I make new stickers every month. I order new stickers. You're not getting the same stickers every time. New stickers for $7.
We all know you lost your water bottle and you need new stickers for it.
You do need to, yeah. You have a car, and you want people to know it's different than everyone else's white Kia.
White Kias.
I know, right? I love my car. It's only one of 100 in the United States. It's great. Like, you see it coming. That's why it has no stickers. Yeah, so that's our other sponsor. And our final sponsor, Angrysnowboarderstore.com. Why haven't you bought any merchandise?
Go buy stuff.
And
American
things.
capitalism. Yay.
Yay, capitalism. Give us your monies. Give us all your monies. And now we're going to go dive into some questions.
Question time.